your pad and pencil, I give you a piece of my mind. In my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely shine. Stop all your fussing, slap on a smile. Come out and walk in the sun for a while. Don't fight the feeling, you know you wanna have a good time. And in my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely shine.
Okay, who do you think has it tougher, guys or girls?
Guys.
Definitely girls. We have to go through labor, PMS, getting a bad perm. What could be worse than that?
Being with a girl in labor. Being with a girl who's got PMS. Being around a girl with a bad perm. Being around oversensitive chicks. We don't need you. We don't need any of you. Hi, Tammy. Can I carry your books?
Good morning, class. Mr. Versace's going to be out to the end of the week, so I'm going to be subbing till then. My name is Scott Alexander.
Is he cute or what?
Yes, very.
Would someone tell me which Shakespeare plays you've been studying? Yes, Blossom, is it? What a pretty name.
Thanks. Mr. Alexander?
Yeah, call me Scott. Everybody.
Scott. We just turned in our essays on Othello, and we were supposed to write on Romeo and Juliet this week.
I hate reading essays. Okay, I got an idea. How about if everybody takes a part and we'll rehearse it a little bit, and then Friday we'll read out loud. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Mr. Alexander?
Scott.
Scott. What if we're not into this acting, reading thing?
Then you have to do the writing essay thing.
Play sounds cool, Scott.
Good. Then you'll be our Romeo. And your star-crossed love, Juliet. How about you, Carrie Capstrom?
Oh, I'd love to, Scott.
I'd love to, Scott.
Oh, man, the Stones are in town Monday night. You know, this could be the last time they ever tour. Dad, do you know somebody who might be able to get me a ticket?
What do you mean, do I know somebody who knows somebody? I am somebody. I can get you tickets.
Really? That'd be great, Dad. Thanks. I didn't think you had those kinds of connections.
Can you believe that? You know, I didn't think you had those kind of connections.
Well, how are you going to get him tickets?
Awesome. I know Mick Jagger. We played a gig together at the Cow Palace in '79. I told you that Mick Jagger story before, huh?
Every time you see lips.
I know Mick Jagger. I've got his number right here. Let's see, J. So how was school today?
Actually, kind of disappointing. See, we had this fantastic substitute, and he wants us to read Romeo and Juliet aloud, and I got stuck with
Jagger! I got it. Oh, I don't know Mick Jagger, huh? I just happen to have his home phone number right here. My pal Mick. The Mickster. The Mick Man. Hello, Mick Jagger, please. Nick Russo calling. Oh. Thank you very much. That's nice to know.
Well?
Well, either Mick's changed his number or he's Chinese and open for lunch.
trying to write a love letter to this girl, Tammy, and I need some of your books for ideas.
You're plagiarizing a love letter?
No, I'm just copying it.
What have you got so far?
Only what I got from the book in my room.
Let me see. You'll never get away from me. And when I find you in some dark little corner of the world, I'll trap you in my web like a helpless fly. What kind of book is this from?
This is from a comic book.
Joey,
No,
this is pathetic. You can't copy a love letter. It's like the most intimate, personal expression of your soul.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You write it for me.
Okay, I'll help you, but only once. What's this girl's name again?
Tammy.
Okay. Tammy is your inspiration. When you think about her, what jumps out at you?
Her boobs.
Joey, I'm looking for romance here. Think about her eyes. What do they remind you of?
Her boobs. What? Was that the wrong answer? Okay, her butt.
Forget it. I'm not helping you.
Please, Blossom, I really need your help. I swear I will never ask you to do anything for me ever again.
Then stop making these ignorant, sexist remarks, or not only will I stop helping you, but I'll warn Tammy that you're a world-class dipwad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean it. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's see. The garden of my life was bare and brown. And then I met you.
Whoa, that's amazing. But won't Tammy know that we don't have a garden?
It's a metaphor, Pinhead. She inspires you to be creative, to dream.
I got it. So who's your inspiration?
I don't know. I don't have one.
You call me pathetic? Get a life, Blossom.
Blossom, I love you.
Mr. Alexander, I had no idea.
Guys, unfortunately, Carrie Capstrom has come down with mono, so she won't be able to play Juliet in our reading Friday. But I've given it a lot of thought. And Blossom, will you be our Juliet?
I'd love to.
Since you're coming into this at the last minute, do you want to stay after school and work with me on some of the monologues?
Yeah, sure. Wherever you need me. Scott.
Great. Okay, so for today, let's start with the balcony scene, all right?
Okay. Use your book. Oh. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love. And I'll no longer be a Capulet. 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
For ne'er was there a story of more woe than that of Juliet and her Romeo.
That was terrific. That's great. If I wasn't working on a teacher's salary, I'd take the show on the road. And it sure beats the hell out of writing essays, doesn't it? Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for a great week. Blossom, you were the perfect Juliet.
Thanks. See ya. Look, what I'm about to say is gonna totally embarrass me, but since I'll probably never see you again, here goes. For the last week, I have had the largest possible crush on you. You're so brilliant and so passionate and so interesting and so, here's what I think. 10 years from now, I'll be all grown up and maybe you'll wonder whatever happened to that full of potential girl who played Juliet. Well, here. My address and phone number. If we don't move for the next 10 or 15 years, you'll, know where to reach me.
Blossom.
Please. Even if you're gonna throw it away, just put it in your pocket for now.
Blossom,
Don't say anything, Scott. Let's just let it end like this.
And now my garden blooms with love.
Someday I'd like to see your garden.
We don't actually have a garden. It's a pinafore.
Oh.
Well, you must be happy.
About what?
Mr. Versace had to have his appendix out. Scott's gonna be here all next week.
Blossom, it worked.
What worked?
Your love letter. All that crap about the garden. Tammy bought it all. Oh, I can't wait to give her the next one that you write.
Oh, forget it, Joey.
Look, if you write this poem, I'll show you how to make it look like you have a real high fever.
I do have a fever.
Yeah, right.
Here, put this under your tongue. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna call Buzz and see if he can come and stay with you while I'm at my gig.
Okay, tell me.
You hold the thermometer up to the light bulb.
That's it? That's incredibly stupid, Joey.
Got me through sophomore math.
Hang on, honey. I'm just getting you some aspirin. I'll be right there. All right. Let's see. Wow, you are sick. Your temperature's 115. Last time I saw a fever this high was the year Joey was flunking sophomore math.
Dad, I'm sure I'll be fine by the end of English class on Friday.
Ah, so it's an English flu. I thought perhaps it was a math flu.
It's neither one. It's a personal flu.
Ah, all right. I'll tell you what, I'll stop by the school on my way home from my gig and pick up your homework so you can keep up.
I really appreciate this, Dad.
You know, once you've had the personal flu, you can't get it again. You're immune to it for the rest of your life.
Gotcha.
Great. Thanks a lot. Anthony, I'm glad you're home. I just got Mick's home phone number. I'm about to call him.
You're calling Mick Jagger? Should I get the video camera?
No. Just sit down and watch a master at work. Hello, is this the Jagger residence? It is? Is Mick home? It's Nick Russo calling. No, Nick. I want Mick. Nick. No. He's Mick. I'm Nick. Look, what's your name? Okay, Rick. Take a message for Nick. I mean, Mick. Tell Mick to call Nick, Rick. No, my name isn't Nick, Rick.
It's Nick Russo. Hang on a second, Rick. I'm having a little problem with my phone. Did you hear that? Hello? Perfect. Temporary setback. I'll get him.
Really, Dad, it doesn't matter if I don't get to see the Stones. You can't always get what you want.
Yeah, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need.
Here you go, kiddo. Little alphabet soup.
No thanks, I'm not hungry.
Oh, you mind if I eat it?
No, not at all.
It's fun spelling out little obscenities. Your father tells me you're faking sick. What's up?
I can't talk about it.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Grandpa, have you ever been in love with someone who maybe wasn't right for you?
Yep. I had an affair with an actress.
Really? Anybody famous?
You ever see Mary Poppins?
You and Julie Andrews?
No, me and Frances Strumer.
Who?
You remember the big scene when Mary Poppins comes flying in and all the other nannies get blown away?
Yeah?
Well, Frances was nanny number 4.
What happened to her?
Well, the night the movie opened, we were drinking champagne on the roof of the Taft Hotel in New York City, and Frances got carried away. She stepped out of the window with her umbrella and tried to fly over to the roof of the next building.
Why didn't you stop her?
Well, I thought she could make it.
Is that the truth?
The truth is she dumped me for a podiatrist, but this makes a much better story.
I'll get it.
Oh, thank you.
I want to get up anyway.
And while you're down there, would you mind making me some more soup? I'm running out of vowels.
Sure.
And bring me a diet soda.
Fine.
You got a remote on this TV?
How come you're faking sick?
Sick, shouldn't you be in gym?
I'm ditching. Coach Crawford's making us watch those health films again.
Mr. Sperm?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Scott asked about you.
Scott Alexander? Our teacher? What did he say exactly?
First, he called her name in roll.
How?
Blossom.
Blossom or Blossom Russo?
Blossom.
Really? No kidding. Then what'd he say?
Then he said, I hope she's not feeling sick.
He didn't.
He did. He seemed really concerned.
God, I made such a fool out of myself on Friday.
I'm not so sure about that. Because after class, he comes up to me and goes, if you see Blossom, tell her I'd love to talk to her soon.
Love to or like to?
Love to.
Oh, my God. I gotta get dressed. If I hurry, I can make it before he leaves school. Help me pick something out.
Hello? Is anybody gonna answer this? Hello? No, he's not home right now. Who's this? Yeah, right. Well, if you're Mick Jagger, how'd you get this number? Oh, nice try. Listen, I'd like to talk more Mick, but Paul McCartney's here with my pizza.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Dad. Let it ring. It's just some jerk making a phony phone call.
Hello. Yeah, that's me. Who's this? Mick! So you do remember me? Yeah, Nick Russo. No, not the caterer. I sat out on keyboards at the Cow Palace in '79 when Ian had his tonsils out. Yeah, that's me. No, the white guy. Blossom, your dad just left here 20 minutes ago with your homework. How are you feeling?
Better, thanks.
Good. You left here Friday before I had a chance to talk with you.
I know, I was afraid I'd made an idiot out of myself.
No, not at all. In fact, I thought about you all weekend long.
You did?
Yeah. What you said took a lot of courage and sensitivity. I know it must have been very difficult for you. Well, I understand.
I knew you would. See, I really believe that in this world, anything is possible.
Scott, you in here?
Melissa?
Hi. Hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, not at all.
I'm Melissa Alexander.
Your sister.
My wife. Honey, meet Blossom Russo.
I feel like I know you already. Scott's talked about you all weekend.
So I heard.
You want to grab a bite with us?
No, thanks. I think I'm gonna stop eating for a few years.
All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, huh?
It was nice meeting you. And I hear you're a terrific Juliet.
The best.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, Blossom. You were saying something?
No, it's nothing.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
I meant what I said. You really are a very special girl.
Bye, Scott.
I'm depressed.
What happened?
Well, it started off great, you know. I read Tammy our poem. She loved it. Then it happened.
What happened?
She asked me to make up another one right on the spot.
What'd you do?
The only thing I could do, I recited song lyrics.
Well, that's not bad. What song?
I touch myself.
You didn't.
It was the only thing I knew that rhymed.
Unbelievable.
I know, I'm an idiot.
Blossom, you won't believe this. After the concert, we got to go backstage and meet Mick Jagger and the Stones. Except for Keith. He had to split. He was going to just say no dinner.
That's great. So I guess Mick remembered you, Dad?
Yeah, well, kinda.
Come on, Dad, you're being too modest. Mick remembered every detail.
From when you sat in with him at the Cow Palace?
Apparently, just before they went on, Dad got stage fright, fainted, and fell right into Bianca's lap.
I did not fall into Bianca's lap.
It was Jerry Hall. Whatever. He totally remembered you. It was a great night. Thanks, Dad.
So, how you doing?
I'm fine, Dad.
I see 3 quarts of ice cream and some pound cake that say you're lying.
Dad, I made a complete fool out of myself today.
Is this the personal flu?
Yeah. I felt all these feelings for someone who didn't feel them back.
Well, you know, sometimes those are the best relationships. The impossible ones. They always keep their promise. In a way, they stay perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Except what if I'm one of those women who always picks the wrong guy? Like Elizabeth Taylor. And I have to get married like 8 times before I end up at Michael Jackson's house, married to some construction worker I met in the Betty Ford clinic.
Come here. You're not always gonna pick the wrong guy. This boy had some qualities that you liked. You're becoming more selective. My hope is that eventually your standards will be so high that no one in the world will be good enough for
Dad.
you. Till you're 30 and you marry a prince.
Yeah, except this prince already had a princess. God, I'd love to kill his wife.
We're talking about a married boy?
A teacher.
You kill his wife, I'll kill him.
No. He didn't feel anything for me. Didn't you ever have a crush on a teacher?
In junior high, Miss Knock, Carol Knock, she had the greatest legs God ever put on a human being. At least I felt that way back then. Miss Knock. I was sure the age difference didn't mean a thing. I thought that the years couldn't stop us.
I got it. Soon. Any minute now. Coming.
Mr. Russo?
That's right. Who are you?
Scott Alexander.
The famous Broadway director?
Yes.
Oh, come in.
Mr. Russo, about 15 years ago, I directed the best actress I've ever had the privilege of working with, and I fell in love with her. I was married at the time. I was foolish, but I never gave up hope. I don't suppose there's any chance that your daughter's still single.
Scott?
That's my cue.
Blossom?
Scott, I heard every word you said.
Is there still a chance for me? For us?
What are you saying?
Blossom, I want you to be my Juliet.
But I read you're directing a revival of West Side Story.
I am. I want you to be my Juliet in real life. In the play, I'd like you to be Officer Krupke.
What happened to your wife?
She was a ballerina. She was doing a pirouette in an outdoor concert in Kansas City and got caught in a whirlwind and screwed herself into the ground.
So she's dead.
Completely dead. Unless this is all a dream.
This is as real as it gets, Scott.
Blossom, please say yes.
Yes, Scott. I'm yours.
So, even though I still thought about my teacher for years and years, eventually I fell in love with somebody else. Lots of times. And so will you.
Thanks, Dad.
Feel any better?
Yes, absolutely.